Good morning, children. Sairam all. I welcome you in your science biology class. Let's go with the index. In all your 15 chapters, you all were informed in previous science classes that there will be 6 chapters of your biology, and sixth chapter number 6, life processes, is your first chapter for your biology. Life processes, children, life processes means life has to go through basic functions, activities, processes to survive on earth. On another hand, we can say living organisms have to perform various activities, functions and processes for surviving on earth. Activity which has to be performed by living organism has to performed continuously, repeatedly. Either the body is in active position or either the body is in inactive position. Okay, so your first chapter is about life processes, means what are the processes of life through which all living organism has to go. Examples of life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, reproduction and control and coordination. These all are important process of life which repeatedly have to performed by living organism. One by one we all will study about these all examples of life process, and today we all are going to study about nutrition. Nutrition in human beings. Okay, children, so let's start with nutrition in human beings. First of all, see what is nutrition. Okay, the various nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins, water, fibers, all these are utilized by living organism to complete the process of life. Okay, how it is? So nutrition is a process of intake of nutrients by an organism and also same time utilizing these nutrients. Okay, children, now let's start with nutrition in human being. What is actual process of nutrition in human being? Actually, children, nutrition, the mode of nutrition in human being is holozoic. What it is? Holozoic. Holozoic means organism which are dependent on solid food. Solid food means, let's come to that. Yes, solid food means complex organism. Complex organic food means animals and human beings, they both are dependent on solid food, which is called complex organic food. And this complex organic food cannot be digested or cannot be observed, utilized by the body directly. So this complex food have to go through various process which they go with various combination of organs and glands. These organs and glands are connected with each other through a various process which is like a canal system. Okay, which is a canal system, and this digestive system completes in the organism, which is known as human alimentary canal. So today we all will study human digestion system or human alimentary canal. Clear? First of all, the food which we take in our mouth, this process is known as intake of food. Okay, we intake food inside our mouth. Where? Inside our mouth. After mouth, it enters in our tube-like structure which is known as esophagus. After esophagus, enters in the stomach. Okay, and then food enters inside small intestine, ultimately to large intestine. One by one, we all will study the process of digestion system through the study of alimentary canal, human alimentary canal. Let's start with it. Food first enters inside the mouth. Okay, and inside the mouth, with rolling of tongue and grind of teeth, food becomes wet. Okay, and at the same time, some organs, some glands inside the organ is present, which is known as salivary gland. Let me tell you where salivary glands are present. Here, see, these are the position where salivary glands are present. Okay, these salivary gland releases or secrete some type of enzymes, digestive enzymes which are known as salivary gland enzymes, secrete salivary enzyme. These salivary enzyme combine with food and they secrete these enzymes to break down the complex food like carbohydrate. Okay, after this process, the food enters in the esophagus. What is esophagus? Let us study about what is esophagus. First, let's come to the food. What happens? Teeth grind the food and salivary glands that I told you, they are present inside our mouth. They are like a cloud-like structure. Release enzymes and partially digested the food in the mouth before it passes to the stomach. How it passes to the stomach? It passes to the stomach through a canal which is connected from throat to the stomach, which is known as esophagus. Okay, and the breakdown of carbohydrate, partially breakdown of carbohydrate occurs in the mouth, and then with the help of esophagus, the food enters in the stomach. What is esophagus? The esophagus is a muscular tube. Okay, because food becomes soft inside the mouth, then food has to transfer from the mouth to the stomach. The esophagus is a muscular tube. It is connected from throat also, which is known as pharynx, to our stomach, and with this muscular tube-like structure which is called esophagus, it passes or pushed the food into our stomach. How it passes? With the series of muscles contraction. Okay, the muscles are contract. Okay, when food is passes from mouth to the stomach. Now let's come back to the same process. What happens now? After food passes from esophagus to the stomach. Okay, you can see here a large picture of stomach. What happens in the stomach? When food passes in the stomach, there are some glands present in the stomach. These glands secretes various type of digestive enzyme, and they do the different function in the stomach to break down the complex food into simpler food. Let's go with those functions. The secretion which occurs in the stomach. Okay, these are known as mucus, pepsin and hydrochloric acid. Again see, mucus, pepsin and hydrochloric acid. Now let's study about what are their function. Briefly I will tell you, then we will study more about the secretion of enzymes. Okay, the wall of stomach secrete various type of enzymes in the stomach to break down the complex food and change it into a simpler food. Mucus. Mucus is secrete in the stomach to protect the inner lining of stomach. Then next enzyme which is called pepsin. Pepsin digests the protein. Okay, the protein is more complex food which has to be digested in more way. Then hydrochloric acid, which is also called HCl. HCl kills the germs. Now let's study about all these enzymes one by one in more expanded way. See, what is mucus? The wall of stomach are lined with a membranes which is called mucosa. Okay, mucosa is a membranes which are present in the wall of stomach. They are lined there, and what do? They secrete, this mucosa secrete the mucus. And what is the function of mucus? The function of mucus is to protect the inner lining of the stomach. Why it has to protect the inner lining of the stomach? See children, when we eat food, sometime germs or any foreign material can enter inside with the food and they can harm the wall of stomach. So to protect wall of stomach or lining of the stomach, the mucus plays an important role. Okay, and not only stomach, mucus also play an important role to keeping our stomach healthy and some other important digestive organs also. Now let's study about the next function, which is pepsin. You all have studied about the pepsin. I have told you what is the function of pepsin. The function of pepsin in the stomach is to break down the protein. Protein is a biggest complex food which is inside the nutrients. Okay, it is an enzyme which help in breaking down the big and complex protein. And when a complex protein is broken down, it change into smaller particular parts, substance, which is called peptides. What it is known as? Peptides. Okay, it is produced in the stomach and thus play a huge role to digestion of the food particles. Clear? So this is the function of pepsin here. Now let's study what is the function of HCl. First of all, what is HCl? HCl is a acidic medium which secrete inside the stomach. It activates the enzyme pepsin. Okay, what does pepsin do? Pepsin break down the protein and HCl helps the pepsin to do its function. Also, because due to acidic nature or acidic providing nature, it kills the germs which may entered into our stomach with food. Okay, there are some more functions which I will read for you. Hydrochloric acid get mixed with the food and kills the bacteria present in the food. It also destroys the structure of protein so that the enzyme can easily digest. Okay, so that enzyme can easily digest. Now, let's come back again with the same structure, human alimentary canal. Now you all have seen what happens in the stomach. The complex food break down inside the stomach through various process by the HCl and pepsin and also with the mucus. But still complex food has not digested completely. It is still partially digested. Okay, complex food has to go through with more process. Now what happens after partially digestion in the stomach? The food enters in the small intestine. Okay, food enters in the small intestine through the canal. As you all know, I have told you the various organs and glands which are connected with each other and make a process of digestion system with a canal like system. That is why it is known as alimentary canal. Okay, now stomach enters in the small intestine, and when it enters in the small intestine, what happens next? We will study here what happened next. You can see here picture of small intestine. Okay, the small coil-like structures are small intestine, and a large tube-like structure around the small intestine you can see is known as large intestine, and at the end of large intestine there is a small half balloon like structure which is called anus. So now the function begins with small intestine, large intestine and the anus. What happens in the small intestine? Also in small intestine, many type of secretion occurs to make complex food into simpler. Let's them study one by one. Small intestine secrete some type of juices which is known as intestinal juices. What it is known as? Intestinal juices. Okay, the intestinal juices secretes a juice which break down complex food more into simpler and change into some new substance. What are these? One by one we will study this. See, small intestines secrete a juice which break down the carbohydrate into a glucose. Can you see here? The wall of small intestine contain various type of gland which secrete intestinal juices. This intestinal juices break down carbohydrate into glucose. Okay, and also fats into fatty acids and in the glycerin. Okay, so glucose and fatty acid and glycerin are the simpler food which is changed from the complex food. Okay, now see what happens more in the intestinal juice. Again, in the intestinal juice proteins, which is a complex food and partially digested in the stomach, is more breakdown in the small intestine with help of secretion of small intestinal juices, and the protein change into the amino acid. Okay, so carbohydrate complex food change into glucose, fats change into fatty acid and glycerol. Okay, and protein change into amino acid. So glucose, fatty acid and glycerine and amino acid. Now this food has become complex, but still more process have to be done. Now, not only intestinal juices, in the small intestine some more juices are secreted by other organs also. Okay, that other organs are liver. Okay, liver secrete bile juice. Which juice? Bile juice. And from where this bile juice is secreted? These bile juices are secreted from the gallbladder. Gallbladder is present inside the liver. Okay, now what is the function of gallbladder? Or so the function of gallbladder inside the liver is it stored a type of juice which is called bile juice, and these juices are secreted and enters in the small intestine for the process of breakdown complex food into smaller food. Okay children, now what happened next? What is this? Bile juice is greenish yellow liquid and this is alkaline in nature. What? Alkaline in nature. Now what is the function of bile juice? The function of bile juice are large fat globules, okay, are emulsify or emulsification and change into small fat globules. Okay, now large fat globules which are complex, after emulsification they have changed into small fat globules. This is the function occurs by bile juice inside the small intestine. Okay, and the next function occurs by pancreas. Pancreas also play very important role in the small intestine. Pancreas secrete a pancreatic juice. Okay, and with the pancreatic juice it break down substances like trypsin. Trypsin break down the protein and change into a protons and next lipase break down the fat and change into a glycerol or a glycerols also. We can call it glycerol also or a glycerols also. Now come to the next. Now when all complex foods are break down inside the small intestine and change into a simpler food by the various process and secretion from small intestine which is called intestinal juices, from liver bile juice, from pancreas pancreatic juice, and complex food change into the simpler food, then what happen? A finger like projection present inside the small intestine. Let me show you how these small intestines are there. See children, you can see here this a small intestine? In small intestine, on the wall of stomach, there are these type of thread-like structure present. Can you see here? They are finger-like projection inside the small intestine on the surface of it. They play very important role. Very important role are played by the small intestine, by these finger-like projection, and these finger-like projection are called villi. What are they called? Villi. And what are their function? What is the function of villi? The function of villi is they increase the surface area for absorption. Means now the complex food which has changed into a simpler food in the small intestine through the various process, through various digestive enzyme, through intestinal enzyme and through juices. Now the food, okay, the food has to be absorbed and supplied to each cell of the body. This function occurs by the villi. Okay, the inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projection called villi. What does it do? The villi increase the surface area for absorption. Okay, for absorption. And these villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which take all nutrients, means all absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. Every cell of the body. Now what next? Now what happened to the absorbed food? Now through the villi, you all have studied, all complex food has been absorbed and sent to all part of the cell. But now what happened? The food which has not absorbed, that means that food is waste food. That food is waste food, and ultimately that food also have to be absorbed somewhere. What happened to that food? The unabsorbed food, okay, the food which is not absorbed is sent into a large intestine where more villi are present. Means again in large intestine also villi are present. What is their function? They absorb water from this waste material, okay, and the rest of the waste material is removed from the body through the anus. Clear? Through the anus. The exit of waste material is removed through the anus. How it is removed? There is organ present which is known as anal sphincter. Okay, this anal sphincter thrown all the waste out from the body. Clear? So now you all have understood what is a process of digestion in the human being. Okay, let us one by one recap and read what happens in the small intestine. In humans, digestion takes place in the alimentary canal. Where it take place? In the alimentary canal, made up of various organs and glands. Clear? In the mouth, food is crushed into smaller particles, chew, mixed with saliva. Saliva means the glands which are present inside the mouth secrete a salivary glands. Okay, contain amylase for digestion starch. Then through the pharynx, food passes in the stomach through esophagus and various gastric juices, okay, digest the protein. Which gastric juices are present in the stomach? Mucus, HCl and pepsin, okay, mucus, HCl and pepsin. What happened next? Then in small intestine, carbohydrate, protein, fats are completely digested into glucose, amino acid, fatty acid and glycerols. Okay, means the complete digestion of complex food occurs in the small intestine. Clear? And from where small intestine get juices? Itself from small intestine, from liver bile juice, from pancreas pancreatic juice, okay. And then what happened next? Villi, which is a finger like projection present in the surface of the small intestine, absorb the digested food, supply it to every cell of the body, and then what happened to the undigested or unabsorbed food? The undigested food is removed from the body through the anus. Clear, children? Now you all have understood the process of human alimentary canal, or you all have understood the process of human digestion system. Now I am giving you homework, some questions, what you have to do. Your first question is, draw a well labeled diagram of the human digestive system. What you have to do? In a piece of paper, very neatly with a pencil, you can give little small shading also. Draw a well labeled diagram of human digestion system, okay, and afterwards you cut this piece, and afterwards when you will receive your notebooks, you can directly paste this picture in your fair notebook. You need not to make it again, only once you make it now and afterward you paste it. Your next question is, how do carbohydrates, fats and protein get digested in human beings? This is very important question. See children, this lesson is very important and scoring also for your board exam. The main important thing in this topic you have to remember or learn that from where which type of digestion enzymes are released and what are their names and what are their functions. Okay children, so thank you everyone.